I'm Jimmy Lewis, Dirt Bike Test, and this is my first ride review of the Beta 200 two-stroke. This bike's been sitting in my garage for way too long because we didn't have anybody to go shoot photos of it, and I don't ride them until we shoot the photos. And now I'm mad, really mad, because this bike is pretty awesome. In fact, it's the best 200cc motor I've ever ridden, like quite by a bit. In fact, that it's just completely stock is amazing. I've been trying to get my KTM 200s to run like this bike runs for a long time. I mean, I've had them work like this, but never out of the box. It took a lot of power valve tuning and jetting and the right pipe muffler combination. This thing just plain rips. It's got like almost 250 power when you get it up on the top end, and then it has torque like, well, almost like a 250. It has real torque, but the whole time the bike feels and acts like a 125. Just the power, the way the power builds and stuff. It's like a 125 with a massive amount of torque, and then it has good torque. It's always pulling, and then it screams up on top. It has just enough power and never too much. Just what a 200 is all about. And the bike feels super light and agile. I haven't put it on the scale yet. I don't know anything about fuel economy. Like I said, first day on this bike, super impressed. The chassis, really good, super stable. It doesn't feel twitchy and like light twitchy like a lot of times smaller bikes can feel. It has this kind of this beta stability that we talk about all the time that usually comes with some of the weight, but it still has that light feel, and the 200 makes it feel even more like that. The suspension was actually really good, with one huge exception. The forks, they don't bottom a lot, but when they do bottom, they bottom hard. Like really bad, kind of like our 300 did, which I added a bunch of oil to it and it seemed to fix that. But like the stroke, everything seemed really good. Today was desert riding, it was desert conditions, and I was pretty stoked on it. I still need to take it up and ride it in the woods to get a feeling for how it works there. Might be a little stiff there, but we'll see. And but pretty good for a bigger guy like me to be so happy on stock suspension on this bike. And I got to make sure it's stock, which means I got to go really play with it and start taking things apart and look at it, because it's really good. So overall, first ride, I'm super impressed.